I'm showing you how to make light and fluffy, grain-free pancakes that everyone will love, regardless of whether or not they have a food allergy. They're made grain and gluten-free with almond and tapioca flour, and they're naturally sweetened with a kiss of maple syrup. I'm also including a viral hack to make your batter ahead of time so that you can quickly enjoy fresh pancakes throughout the week. We're going to start with a medium-sized mixing bowl and add our wet ingredients, which includes 4 eggs, a 1/4 cup of milk, and I like to use unsweetened almond milk, a 1/4 cup of oil, and I like to use extra light olive oil, then 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar for a little flavor, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then we'll go ahead and just whisk those together until our eggs are well blended. And now we'll add our dry ingredients, which includes 1½ cups of almond flour, and then 1/2 cup of tapioca flour. Then we're going to include 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then with our whisk, we'll go ahead and just mix those together just until well blended. This is such an easy batter to make, but I can already smell the cinnamon and the vanilla that just makes these really flavorful. Now we can just pour our batter into our pan to make our pancakes, or I have a couple options to show you for storing your batter, freezing it, and then using it later. The first is to use just a square ice cube tray, and this is a fun viral hack that I think originated on TikTok. So you can just fill up your tray and then drop in any of your little extras that you want to have in your pancakes. The second method is to pour them into a silicone muffin tray. I really like this method because then when you take them out of the tray, you can freeze them, and then they're in these perfectly circular little pancake pucks that can go right into your pan to melt down and to cook into a pancake. I'm going to go ahead and show you all 3 methods, and you can choose the one that works best for you. First, we're going to cook these right after we've made our batter, and we're going to start with a non-stick fry pan. First, we'll give our pan a little spray with our non-stick, and then we'll go ahead and scoop out a little bit less than 1/4 cup of batter and pour that right into the middle. And we'll keep an eye on it because these will cook fairly quickly. As soon as we see those bubbles starting to form in the middle of the pancake, we know it's time to flip. Go. That perfect little light golden color. We know it's just right. And we can see it rising nice and tall and fluffy. That's going to be so delicious. I'll check the other side, which is also perfectly done. So this pancake is ready to serve. And now we can test the hack of freezing the batter first into ice cube trays and then cooking it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out one of these little cubes of pancake batter. And then we'll just set that right in the middle. Kind of bounced up and down right as I set it down. Now, because this is frozen, we want to help it thaw out a little bit quicker. And so we can place just a lid over the top of our pan, and then we'll keep an eye on it as it starts to melt and spread. All right, so we can see that is starting to spread. I'll give it just a little bit of help, pushing it down to help it melt down. I'm a little concerned about how well cooked it's underneath, but I think it's doing all right. Put the lid back on, help it defrost down a little bit more. Okay, let's go ahead and flip this over, see if it will flip. There we go. So it is perfectly cooked on one side. So now we'll see if it's able to melt its way down on the other side to be able to spread out all that batter. That is a very cute little pancake. Okay, I'm gonna kind of start pressing it down, see if I can give it a little help to melt down the batter. Let's go ahead and flip it. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely well cooked on that side, so we don't really want it to cook any longer. We kind of want to press out some of that batter so that it all gets cooked. That's definitely the fun of experimenting because you won't know until you try. So this part isn't quite cooked, so we're going to flip this over one more time. There we go. Let's let that bottom outer edges cook all the way. And then I think we will have a cooked pancake. There we go. Okay, that is perfectly done. So I will say that is a successful cook, but it definitely took a little more babysitting to get it all the way browned, all the way around. We had to flip it several times so that it would cook evenly. Well, I am a firm believer in work smarter, not harder. So we're going to try our third method, which was freezing the pancake batter just in the circular silicone muffin tray. So they're already in a circular shape. So go ahead and throw the lid on that and give that a chance to defrost and spread out. And I turned down the temperature a little bit so that it could cook a little more evenly without browning the outside too quickly. Go ahead and take the lid off. Just kind of give it a little bit of a squish to help spread some of the batter around. Put the lid back on and help it continue cooking and defrosting. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and give it a flip. Oh, almost centered. Go ahead and give a little pressure just to help push out the batter and to help the areas where it's still just a little bit frozen. I'll go ahead and give this a flip and see how the other side looks. Ooh, perfectly brown. So go at just a minute on this side. Well, that is a beautiful pancake made from our circular frozen batter. And that is cooked all the way around and has a little bit more of a pleasing pancake shape to it. Well, this is a delicious looking stack of grain-free, gluten-free pancakes. And here we have the pancake that was made from the cube of frozen pancake batter and the one that was made from the circular muffin silicone tray pancake batter. And as you can see, the size is a little bit different, but they're both cooked about the same. So it's really just a matter of preference on the size that you like and which container you have, and if you want to try this method of freezing your batter first. It is convenient to be able to have freshly cooked pancakes when you want them. Or you can batch prep and make a bunch of pancakes at the beginning of the week, store them in your freezer, and then just pop them in the toaster in the morning to also have some warm pancakes. Well, I am super excited to finally get to sample some, and I'm going to go ahead and cover mine with some fresh berries, because that is my favorite way of eating pancakes. Whoops, gonna get the berries on the pancake, and then a few nice plump blueberries. Harder to keep the berries on the plate. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten it up. Dig into this beautiful stack of pancake. They're nice and light and fluffy. Make sure we get some strawberry and blueberry and pancake. That is so tasty. The pancakes are just super flavorful on their own, and then when you add in the berries and some of that maple syrup, these are absolutely delicious, and you would never guess that they are gluten or grain-free. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my kitchen, and as we experimented with frozen pancake batter. You can decide for yourself if that's a technique you'd like to try. But if you'd like to get the recipe card for this batter, as well as other healthy recipes, please visit my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone who would love to have a grain-free, gluten-free pancake option, please share this video with them. And I cannot wait to have you again with me in my kitchen next time.